March 26, 2015 saw the Petro Caribe Loans Bill tabled in the House of Representatives, and with that came the criticisms and opposition from not only the opposition party, but the private sector as well, through the Senator for the Business Sector, Mark Lizarraga. After much concerns expressed by the unions and the Chamber, the Prime Minister made amendments to the bill on May 14, 2015.
The money borrowed from APBEL shall be kept in a fund at the Central Bank of Belize, which fund shall form part of the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Belize and may be withdrawn from time to time as the need arises. The withdrawal and spending of the said money from the Central Bank shall be in full measure subject to the Finance and Audit Reform Act and all other laws, regulations and procedures applicable to monies forming part of the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Belize. Now that is how it is at the present time. But because they keep saying it is not so, we're spelling it all out. Repealing subsection 3 of section 3 and replacing it by the following. The money borrowed from APBEL may be used to finance capital projects, provide social and community assistance to the poor, socially marginalized and other sectors of the community, pay compensation relating to government's nationalization of BEL and BTL, assist with commercial and super bond debt buyback, and for any other similar legitimate purposes. I promise it, now I'm putting it in law. And shall require the passage of a retrospective supplementary allocation for any spending done in the reporting quarter that was not provided for in the annual estimates of revenue and expenditure. At the time of quarterly reporting, a prospective supplementary allocation shall also be required for all spending proposed to be done in the following quarter if such spending has not been provided for in the annual estimates of revenue and expenditure.
But those amendments did not meet the expectations of the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and thus the letter was fired off hours after the Prime Minister spoke of the amendments to the media. In that letter, the Chamber's President, Arturo Tux Vasquez, stated that the BCCI is not against the Petro Caribe initiative, but did cite issues they have. On the morning show today, Senator Lizarraga spoke on the issue the private sector has with the amendments.
The items that are being proposed to be amended, we believe are already covered under other sections of other laws. All right, so we don't believe that substantially there is anything new in the amendments to that law. We're certainly suggesting that Section 3.1 and Section 4 be repealed. As best I know, that there has been no formal response from the Prime Minister to the President of the Chamber for the letter that the President of the Chamber wrote to the Prime Minister on May the 14th. As best I know, certainly that's information I have, 1 or 2 days old information that I have, that there's been no response and virtually no communication on this matter.
Has the Chamber sought a meeting with him or anything of that sort?
I think we requested and indicated our willingness to meet with him in the letter of May 14th. That letter remains unanswered.
Okay, and prior to that, were there any attempts prior to that letter in May?
I believe the Prime Minister, when he listened to our concerns in reference to the act that was passed, the law that was passed, he had made outreach to one of our past presidents, indicating that he is perhaps willing to sit down and talk about some amendments. And as I said, our president then replied to the Prime Minister, thanking him for that outreach and stating what he stated in the letter, that we'd be willing to meet for respectful and serious dialogue, you know, that led to more transparency, more accountability, and more good management of our publicly borrowed monies.
It is anticipated that the Prime Minister will present the amendments in the sitting of the House of Representatives scheduled for later this month.